All right, and we are back. 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 Welcome. All right, and we are back. And today we're back with another reaction. This has actually been something that was recommended to the channel by more than one person at this point. So just figured out to get to it. This is actually Cogito, who are the Tamil people. Now I have no clue who they are, so this is going to be a very interesting watch here. Now, guys. Remember, if you are not familiar with Cogito, which I'm sure most of you are, make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe on this channel. The link will be down below. And remember, guys, if you're not familiar with me, or if this is your first time seeing me, remember, subscribe to this channel as well. You can like the video. You can comment down below. I'll read them. I'll reply sometimes. Sometimes I'll just hit the like on it. And yeah, we'll have a whole interaction between YouTuber and a person who watches YouTube. It's going to be incredible. The people around the world are going to be like,
oh my gosh, this just cured all issues in the world because I subscribe to this channel.
Also, really cool thing if you do, if you hit that subscribe button, a really cool thing happens, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. I want you guys to find out on your own. But guys, here's the serious part, and I need you to come in for this. If you don't like, comment, or subscribe, YouTube will come through that door right there, and they will. Who are the Tamil people?
This video is sponsored by CuriosityStream. Get access to Nebula, a video streaming service made by your favorite educational creators when you sign up for CuriosityStream using the link in the description.
Nice.
This is South India, home to the biodiversity hotspots, the Western and Eastern Ghats, the Bengal tiger, the Nilgiri tar, the Indian elephant, and whatever this creature is.
What?
Here is also the
Well, that's just a black frog, guys. I've seen those before.
cradle of Tamil culture. Today, there are about 80 million Tamils in the world. That's more than there are French, Colombians, or Kenyans.
Oh, wow.
Most Tamils live in North and East Sri Lanka or in the southern Indian state of Tamil Nadu, literally Tamil country. Tamil Nadu is now a state in modern India, but for thousands of years, Tamilakam, or the homeland of the Tamils, was much larger and ruled by independent kingdoms. Tamil culture is the last surviving classical civilization because they've managed to keep their beliefs, culture, and language intact for over 2,000 years.
Holy crap. Okay. Hey, shout outs to these people. Hey, the Tamil people. Am I saying that right? Tamale? Or is it Tamil? Tamil? I feel like it's like Tamil people. Shout outs to you guys. Keeping all that stuff for thousands of years. That is a very difficult thing to accomplish, especially with, colonization going on. You guys managed to, not fall victim to that. Shout outs to you guys.
But who are the Tamils? What is their story? And what does it have to do with $700 billion golden coconuts? Well, let's find out.
What? What's this about billion-dollar coconuts?
The Tamils, maybe more than any other people, are in love with their language. Tamil writing has been dated as far back as the 6th century BCE, from the archaeological site Kairadi in India, and from the 2nd century BCE at Punakari in Sri Lanka, making it one of the oldest datable languages still in use.
Wow.
Tamils often call their language Tamartai, which means the Tamil mother. It's more important to the Tamil identity than land, race, or religion. If you want to have the most intense conversation of your entire life, just go ask a Tamil person anything about the Tamil language. Tamils also take pride in the independent origin of their language. See, you can roughly divide India linguistically in half. North Indians generally speak languages descended from Sanskrit, an Indo-European language. This language family stretches from North India all the way over to Iceland. South Indian languages like Tamil belong to a completely unrelated language family called Dravidian. Unlike Sanskrit, which, like Latin, is no longer spoken, modern Tamil survives as a living language for millions of speakers.
Wow.
Dravidians do not like it when North India tries to push its culture or language on the south.
Hey, shout outs to them. Because you know what? It's true. If you guys don't be coming over here talking about, oh, you guys should start doing this. No.
The earliest clear evidence of Tamil people are urn burials dating from around 1000 BCE at Adich and Alor. Amazingly, they found evidence there of the worship of a god with a trident and a peacock, very like the Hindu Tamils' favourite god today, Murugan.
Oh,
But the
wow.
Tamils really leap into world history when the Maurya Emperor Ashoka mentions the unconquerable southern Tamil kingdoms in his rock inscriptions made between 273 and 232 BCE, which is impressive when you consider the fact that the Maurya Empire essentially conquered everything else. This is right around the beginning of a Tamil golden age known as the Sangam period, lasting from the 3rd century BCE to the 3rd century CE. At this time, Tamilakam was ruled by 3 Tamil dynasties, the Solas, the Seras, and the Pandyas. Unfortunately, there were no actual pandas in the Pandya kingdom.
That's Panja, not Panda. Duh.
The Tamil kings were immeasurably rich and used their wealth to sponsor century-long poetry slams, called Sangams at the Pandya capital, Madurai, where male and female poets would show off their works. These poets created thousands of poems, books, and epic stories called Sangam literature. Sangam literature is unique in how it doesn't seem to belong to any single class or religion. It was written by and concerns Hindus, Jains, men, women, farmers, kings, pandas, non-pandas, and everyone in between. One great Sangam poet, Poon Krenar, emphasized the equality of all humans, saying,
Can I say this right? Pung Jung Darar? I did not. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't say it right.
A citizen of the world, and everyone in the world is related to me. This was quoted by one of India's most beloved presidents, the Tamil Muslim aerospace scientist Abdul Kalam, at the European Parliament in 2007. The Sangam literature tells us about a rich, cosmopolitan and multi-ethnic Tamil-speaking society 2,000 years ago, where Hinduism, Jainism and Buddhism all coexisted peacefully, where kings would even invite priests to public debates on their beliefs. Sangam poems describe Madurai as so rich that it had a moat with secret underground passages large enough for elephants. Greek mercenaries guarded its gates, and the scent of perfume could be smelled miles away from the city, where there were folks of every race buying and selling in the bazaars or singing to the music of wandering bands. So how were the Tamils so rich? They were spicy. The ancient world was a bland, flavourless, unseasoned mess. It tasted a lot like English food. This was until the Tamils taught everyone the way of the spice. A 1st century CE Greek manual for sailors, the Periplus of the Erythraean Sea, says that the Tamils exported pepper and other spices along with diamonds, woven textiles, pearls, ivory, malabadrum and other luxury items.
Jeez. Okay. These are all very great items to sell today, let alone back then. Like, I can see how these guys got so rich. Being able to make these textile cloths right here, especially with these colors, purple, guys, anybody who knows about history knows how rare purple was and how expensive that got. So, like, these guys having stuff like this, I feel like just making stuff like this would have got them rich. Also selling pepper, turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, sugar, or I think he said sugar, but like diamonds and pearls and stuff like that. Like, no wonder these guys are so rich. Like, they would have been like the billionaires of their day.
What's malabadrum? Who cares? It sounds luxurious though. Another major export was cotton and silk clothing woven by women. Indian women would dominate this global trade for the next 2,000 years. Tamils traded so much that Pliny the Elder said India takes 100 million sesterces from our empire per year at a conservative estimate. That's about 10 tons of gold. China had the Silk Road, the Tamils had the Flavor Highway? No, the Spice Boulevard. Whatever. They made themselves the center of a global trade network that linked Europe, the Middle
I
East.
feel like there is a name for the spice trade. You know, I just can't think of one right now. Spice Boulevard is a good one, but I was thinking of like, I guess I was just thinking of like the Spice Road, but I guess that's also a little bit less. I guess Spice Boulevard is a little bit better than Spice Road. I don't know.
East Africa, India, Southeast Asia, and China. We've discovered massive hordes of Chinese, Iranian, and Roman coins along the ancient Tamil coast. Tamil inscriptions have been found as far apart as Egypt and Thailand. A statue of the Hindu goddess Lakshmi got buried at Pompeii, and Tamil ambassadors met with Augustus Caesar in 20 CE. This trade made Tamil cooking the first international cuisine in the world. The word orange comes from the Tamil naram. Ginger comes from Tamil inchiver, and rice in loads of European languages comes from the Tamil arisi. Without the Tamils, Ireland's greatest contribution to world cuisine, the spice bag, would not exist.
What the heck? A fast food dish popular in Ireland. Typically, a spice bag consists of deep fried salt and chips, chili chips, chicken, red and green peppers, sliced chili peppers, fried onions, and a variety of spices. Wow. I will be honest, this doesn't look bad. I would try this, guys. Would you, if you are Irish, let me know how this is. If you're not, would you try this? And if you have this available, will you send this to me? I just want a spice bag, please, guys. This looks really good. I want to try this.
And honestly, I don't want to live in that kind of world. One Roman cookbook had over 300 recipes using Indian spices, from ostrich curry to tasty peppered brain sausage, or everyone's favourite, another laxative. Link to the cookbook is in the description.
Hold on. Scrub and wash bundles of beets by rubbing them with a little, I believe that's going to say salt, or I don't know. And them individual bundles, put them in water. Okay. This doesn't look like a terrible laxative.
In case you need a laxative. Tamils got
I feel like we can do this.
rich off of their trade routes that just one temple, the Padmanabhaswamy temple, whose vaults were recently opened, has a treasure worth over $700 billion.
Nice.
This was accumulated over thousands of years from the donations from Tamil dynasties like the Seras, the Panjas, the Pallavas, and the Solas. Some of the things in the temple include this golden Mahavishnu statue, tens of thousands of gold coins, a solid gold throne, golden elephants, a 5-meter long diamond necklace, and my personal favourite, a 30-kilogram solid gold coconut. At what point does that stop being a coconut and start being a bowling ball? There are still unopened vaults in this temple, so we're still unsure of how much it's worth. Tamil merchants, monks, and craftspeople worked across Southeast Asia and lived in small communities there. Tamil merchants didn't just trade pepper with Southeast Asia, they traded the spiciest thing of all: ideas.
Oh, okay.
From the 4th century CE on, kingdoms from Thailand to Vietnam to Indonesia were ruled by Hindu kings and wrote using Tamil writing. Modern Khmer, Javanese, and Thai scripts all descend from the Tamil Pallava script.
Wow.
The greatest monument to this cultural exchange is the originally Hindu temple of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, the largest religious structure on earth. By the end of the 13th century, we even find a Tamil Hindu temple dedicated to Shiva all the way over in the Chinese port of Qinzhou, where a small Tamil community lived. The wealth and fame of the Tamil lands invited more than just merchants. A small Jewish community could be found in Kochi from the 6th century BCE.
What?
More even came as refugees after the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE. And according to local tradition, the Jews were followed by St. Thomas, the apostle of Jesus, who landed in India in 52 CE and started converting people to Christianity. From Thomas, India's current Syrian Christian community claims descent. In 629 CE, a mosque was built by Muslim merchants in Muziris, and you can still go visit it today, or a part of it at least, because the Portuguese blew it up in 1504, but it's still cool. You can still see some of it. Okay, so we're going to do a little time jump.
Can we stop blowing stuff up, people?
Here, let's see. Invaded by Buddhist warrior tribes, Jainism and Buddhism take over for a bit, rise of the Pallava dynasty, Hindu revival. Here it is. After the Sangam period, the next great Tamil Golden Age happened under the Chola dynasty between the 9th and 13th centuries. Their greatest king, Raja Chola, rose to the throne in 985 CE. He and his son quickly turned his modest kingdom into an empire that conquered most of South India, Sri Lanka, and the Maldives. The Chola used their massive navy, the largest in Asia at the time, to control the trade routes between Southeast Asia and China. When the Srivijaya Empire threatened to block Chola access to the Straits of Malacca, the Cholas launched massive naval attacks across Indonesia and Malaysia and even kidnapped the Srivijaya king. And no one ever messed with their trade routes ever again. Along with an army containing 60,000 war elephants, the Chola king's personal guard included the Padimuglir, or women bodyguards trained in Tamil martial arts and weapons. There are also mentions of women working as advisors and ambassadors, and using their own money to make large donations to temples.
Hey, shout outs to the equality. You know, this is what we need, people. You can't get the best out of everybody if you're not utilizing everybody. Get that through your brains, people.
Raja Chola poured his enormous wealth into building massive temples in a style called Dravidian architecture. The most well-known of these being the Rajaraja Jeswara temple in Tanjavur. This 66-meter tall soaring monument to Raja was one of the tallest buildings in the world at the time. Other than Raja temple, other Chola/Dravidian architecture is also breathtaking, like the Iara Teswara temple, the Kankikonta Solapuram temple, and the Champakaresuvara temple. So,
who was in charge of this? Like, the architect was incredible. Who let this man cook? This is incredible.
Chola temples also acted as banks. These temples received massive donations from the royals, and then they offered loans from those donations to farmers, villages, and merchants. Chola temples became this weird vehicle for redistributing wealth and reinvesting it in arts and local communities, making everyone richer. It's no wonder why when Marco Polo came here in 1273, he called the Chola lands the richest province on earth. Chola power declined in the 12th and 13th centuries. Buddhism...
It sounds like he's saying solar power, and I promise you, solar power is still very much around today.
And Islam replaced Hinduism in Southeast Asia, and Tamil lands in Kerala drifted away and developed their own language and culture, which resulted in the modern Malayalam language. Okay, so we're going to need to do another time jump. You have Muslim invasions from the north, rise of the Vijayanakarap, who built the world's second largest city, arrival of the Portuguese, destruction
Hold on. Well, I feel like we should talk about
rise of the Vijayanakarap.
We should talk about them a little bit more. That was a pretty big rise, guys. Like, they came out of absolute nowhere and just took over like most of India. Like, is that not like a huge thing? If anybody in the comments wants to let me know more about these guys, I'm interested.
Who built the world's second largest city, arrival of the Portuguese, destruction of the Vijayanakarap by Muslim armies, Tamil lands fracture into small states, and here it is. No, it can't be. Not you.
What's happening?
Not you again. Tally ho, 'tis a smash.
The British.
Got there. 'Twould be a shame if someone were to
own it. The British, man. If I had $1 for every time the British colonized a country, I would have, a couple of $100.
Plunder it. Tamilakam was split into small, competing states in the 17th century, which made it easier for the newly arriving European powers to invade. By the end of the 18th century, most of South India was under British rule. The Tamils resisted the British invasion. One example is that of the Queen of Shivaganga, Velu Nachiyar. To protect her kingdom from invasion, she built an army to resist the British imperialists. This army included a regiment of women soldiers. One of them, Culinary, volunteered to destroy a vital British ammunition depot that was located inside a temple. Culinary and her fellow warriors easily entered the temple as worshippers because the British thought women were harmless. Unable to sneak weapons in, they poured oil over Culinary, who then set herself on fire and leapt into the ammunition depot, blowing it up and securing victory for her queen in the following battles, becoming the first woman martyr in India's long battle for freedom.
Wow, shout outs to her. I mean, that's incredible. But I do have to ask, couldn't they have just put the oil on the ammunition and then like threw the fire at it or something. Like maybe because of like how close everyone was to the explosion that they all would have immediately been burnt. But like kind of like in movies, like you just throw a bunch of oil on the actual ammunition, make like a small trail, and then throw the fire on there, and then everybody gets away. But maybe part of it was the martyrdom. Maybe being a martyr was more important than just destroying the ammunition in this situation. But that's just a question I got to throw out there, guys. Don't come at me in the comments, or if you do, make sure you comment down below, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and then you can say all the negative stuff you want about me.
Despite acts like this, by 1858, the British Crown had seized control of all of India. Famine quickly swept South India between 1876 and 1878, killing 8 million people.
Jeez.
With the area devastated by famine, the British could dismantle the over 2,000-year-old Tamil textile industry.
Oh.
As British textile manufacturers couldn't compete with Tamil textiles, so they destroyed all the Indian looms. Then they pushed Tamils out of work as craftspeople and onto tea, sugar, coffee, and opium plantations in India, or sent them off across their empire as indentured servants. John Sullivan, a colonial official in southern India, said, under their own dynasties, all the revenue that was collected in the country was spent in the country. Our system acts very much like a sponge, drawing up all the good things from the banks of the Ganges and squeezing them out on the banks of the Thames. India would eventually win its independence from Britain in 1947. In the first 2 decades...
Hold on. What year?
Eventually win its independence from Britain in 1947.
1947? Are you guys kidding me? England, what is wrong with you guys? The 40s? India couldn't even be free into the 40s because of y'all? What is happening right now? Think about that. Think about how crazy that is, that in the 40s, India became its own independent country, free from British rule. Like, there are people that that were like around during that time. Like, maybe not you personally know them, but if your grandparents are alive, ask them about it. Their parents definitely experienced it. If you are around right now and you're like, I don't know, in your 60s, and you have a parent, that parent knows about it. If you are a person in your like 20s, you think about that. 20, you're born in 2000. Let's say your parents are like in their 40s or something. They were born in like the 80s. And let's say their parents were like 40 or something when they were born. They experienced it. Come on, guys. It's not that long ago. It hasn't even been 100 years since India has been an independent country. Shout outs to India. 100-year anniversary. I'll be celebrating with you guys. Save me some good food. What do you guys eat? Curry. Do you guys do the curry? Can you save me some tikka masala, or is that just like another British thing, masala? I don't know. Make me a plate, guys.
In the first 2 decades of Indian independence, language became a battlefield in India. In 1950, Hindi, the most spoken language in India, was selected as the sole official language of the country. In 1965, picked as the year the changeover from English would happen. Speakers of the Dravidian languages in the south didn't like Hindi because it was Sanskrit-based, which they considered more alien than English. As 1965 approached, thousands of Tamil student protesters shouted, "Hindi never, English ever," in the streets of Senni. 4 students set themselves on fire as a symbol of non-violent protest. Dravidian political parties made it clear that if Hindi became the official language of India, then Tamil Nadu would secede from India. The protesters won. The Official Languages Act Amendment of 1967 ensured the continued use of English alongside Hindi as the official language of India up until today. Even now in India, Tamil Nadu is famous for its independent streak, love of its culture and language, and for acting as the champion of Dravidian politics against the North.
Nice. Now, are there any legislations going to make, Tamil like the official language of, maybe southern India or anything like that. Just like, I'm sure like regionally, everybody could just like speak the language and then it'll become the official language. But like more people outside of India should probably know that these people exist and that their language is around and it's like prospering. Like this is some pretty incredible information that I'm finding out right now. This is like, these people seem like incredible. I gotta be honest.
But Tamils don't only live in Tamil Nadu. Just a few kilometers away from there is the island nation known today as Sri Lanka, where Tamils make up 15% of the population. Sri Lanka is home to several ethnic groups. The mostly Buddhist Sinhalese are the majority, and the mostly Hindu Tamils are the second largest group. Both groups have been on the island for over 2,000 years. This island was known as Ceylon when it suffered 3 centuries of colonialism under Portugal, the Netherlands, and then the British Empire took over in 1796. When the British arrived, they were like, how can I make everything worse?
Okay.
Let's introduce inter-ethnic conflict.
Nice. This is crazy.
Centuries, to spur hatred, the British chose Tamils for higher positions than the Sinhalese in the government.
Oh,
then in the
jeez.
Sri Lankan highlands, Sinhalese lands were seized by the British and enslaved Tamils from India were settled there as plantation workers. These are Indian Tamils, distinct from the Sri Lankan Tamils who have lived in Sri Lanka for much, much longer. Sri Lankan Tamils live in the north and east. Indian Tamils live in the central highlands, and the Sinhalese live essentially everywhere else. When the British got kicked out of Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, in 1948, the majority Sinhalese took control of the island. Sinhalese nationalism exploded, and soon anti-Tamil massacres swept the island in 1956, 1958, and 1977, which led to the formation of a guerrilla fighting group known as the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, better known as the Tamil Tigers. On the 31st of May 1981, the Sri Lankan police burned the Jaffna Public Library to the ground, home to 97,000 books and containing irreplaceable artifacts of Tamil history. Seeing the fire, one Tamil refugee said, "It was as if my entire biography, my history and the history of the Tamils had been destroyed."
Yeah, you guys are trying to make it so that like people can't even like learn about it and like going further. Like this is before the internet, so you got to think, if people are just burning libraries of books and then burning down like monuments and things like that, and then also killing people, that means there is no way for that history to keep going. They're literally trying to destroy the history of these people in this moment, and that is the saddest thing. Like, even if you just kill a bunch of people, which is horrible and like extremely wrong, at least if their history was there, people could like look them up later. But if you do that and burn all their books, you destroy their monuments, eventually some people may remember them, other people won't know them at all. They won't even come into the knowledge of their existence, won't even like come into people's brains. And then the people who do know about them, either they're going to be forced to be silent about it, or eventually they're going to lose the memory of the stories. They're just going to get old. They're not going to be here forever. So when those people are gone, who's left to tell the story? And that's like, this is how in a lot of different times throughout history, they have just like erased people. They've erased people and like cultures out of history in this exact manner. And again, for the Tamil people, I applaud you for being able to like you're still around. You can still tell your history. You can still make new monuments for the things that you guys hold dear in your hearts. And I don't know, I'm happy for you guys that this wasn't the end of y'all's story. The fact that I get to like learn about this and like know about this now, it's incredible.
Wiped from the face of the earth as if we did not exist. On July 23rd, 1983, the Tamil Tigers ambushed and killed 15 Sri Lankan soldiers, causing another anti-Tamil massacre to sweep the country in an event known as Black July. The Sri Lankan Civil War had begun. The Tamil Tigers were fighting for an independent Tamil nation in the Tamil parts of the island. As the war dragged on over decades, the Tamils became infamous for inventing the explosive suicide vest and for carrying out a suicide bombing campaign across Sri Lanka. The Sri
Oh,
Lankan
wow.
army retaliated with brutal attacks against the Tamil Tigers, which mostly resulted in the deaths and displacement of tens of thousands of innocent Tamil civilians. The Sri
Jeez.
Lankan state is still undergoing investigations for committing a genocide against the Tamils. This bloody war dragged on for 26 years, until the 18th of May 2009, when the leader of the Tamil Tigers, V. Pirapakaran, was killed and the Tigers surrendered. The war took the lives of over 100,000 people, with 40,000 Tamil civilians being killed in the final few months of the war. These are rough estimates because a proper investigation hasn't been done. The war caused a mass exodus of Sri Lankan Tamil refugees to India, Australia, Europe and North America. Today, around 8 million Tamils live outside of India and Sri Lanka. From the 19th century onwards,
Wow, guys, this definitely does not remind me of anything else that's currently going on in history or world events. If you can think of one example of a country that used to be ruled by Britain, like the British had a lot of countries in their pocket. So let's say one country that they had somewhere out of random, I don't know, Middle East, let's just name it like, I don't know, like Palestine or something. Like imagine if Britain used to own a country like that, and then they did things that like caused people there to like have like kind of like a civil war with each other, but then they invited another group of people there and like made it so like those group of people were seen as higher than the people there before. I really can't think of a thing that this is close to. Because there's like nothing that I've ever seen in history that is similar to this. It definitely hasn't happened in Africa. It definitely hasn't happened in South America. It never happened in Asia. Like this is such a new and original concept in the history of the world that it is unbelievable, guys. If you can name at least one other, situation that is similar to this, I'll give you a shout out.
they went as indentured labourers across the British Empire, especially to Malaysia, Singapore, South Africa, Fiji, Mauritius, and the Caribbean, where many have kept their Tamil identities. Tamil is actually an official language in Singapore and Malaysia.
Nice.
Well, I think now it's time to take a look at Tamil culture. Religion. Today, about 88% of the Tamil population of Tamil Nadu are Hindus, 6% are Christians, 5.8% are Muslims, and Jains, Buddhists, and Sikhs make up the rest. The most important Tamil festival is Thai Pongal, a harvest festival dedicated to the Hindu sun god Surya that usually occurs on the 14th of January. This festival is celebrated by all Tamils regardless of religion though. Pongal means to boil or overflow and refers to the traditional dish of new harvest rice boiled in milk with raw sugar. Pongal celebrations include decorating cows, ritual bathing.
Guys, can anybody let me know if that's good? For some reason, rice and milk with sugar, it sounds like it's not going to be good, but a part of me also thinks that it's actually going to be really good. So if anybody's ever tried that before, please comment down below.
Parades, prayers, dances, creating art, and getting together with friends and family and exchanging gifts. During Pongal in Tamil Nadu, you might also see a Jallikutta. In this over 2,000-year-old sport,
What the heck?
an Indian bull is released into a crowd of people, and men attempt to grab the hump on the bull's back with both arms and hang onto it for as long as possible, attempting to bring the bull to a full stop, thus taming the bull.
Would that work though? Like I feel like you'd have to grab his head a little bit more. Like just the hump? I don't know. I feel like this bull is a little bit like, if anything, you're just gonna like, he's just gonna be tired of like running around after a while. Like the guy who stops him is really just like a lucky guy who so happened to be there. Like I feel like if he was really strong, a really strong guy would be like stopping it by himself, probably holding it around like a different, I don't know, by the head or something. Grab the bull by the horns is what they say, not grab the bull by the hump.
If they do so, they get a prize. If no one tames the bull, the owner of the bull gets a prize. There have been many attempts to ban this sport in recent years, which has caused massive popular backlash. Another interesting
I feel like the owner of the bull probably gets the prize a lot more than the people. Like, let me know if I'm wrong here, but it feels like the owner of the bull probably wins this like 8 times out of 10. Like every couple of years, like one guy is like, oh man, I was there when the bull got tired. I won the prize. But besides that, that owner it's like free money for the owner if there's money involved. Maybe it's just maybe the prize is just saying, hey, your bull is the best, but maybe it's a monetary, value. And if that's the case, I feel like he's bringing home money every time.
Tamil holiday is a May festival for the god Aravan, who is worshipped by transgender people called Terunar in Tamil. At this annual festival at Kovakam, you'll see ceremonial marriages between festival goers and the god Aravan, along with beauty pageants and dances hosted with the support of the Tamil Nadu government. In 2008, Tamil Nadu became the first state in India to allow people to legally identify as a third gender.
What?
Arts.
That's crazy.
Kanchipur paintings and solar bronzes are some of the Tamil's greatest contributions to world art. But one of the more humble yet distinct features of Tamil art...
I like this. What is this? I don't know what this symbolizes, but I enjoy the look. This would make a pretty good tattoo. I feel like I saw a flag of this before. It's probably somewhere on this. I feel like I saw it on this chart here. But this is a pretty cool symbol, guys.
Is the kolam, which decorates the front of almost every Tamil home. These are geometrical and floral designs made of rice flour. Each day the kolam is crafted by women and then erased the next morning to make room for a new one. Today,
every day?
Tamil Nadu, huts to 5-star hotels will all have a kolam.
Every day? Okay. Okay. I like it. If you like it, I love it. Every day. Every day sounds like a lot though, guys. Maybe like every other day, once a week, Just let it breathe a little bit. Let the art sit there. Let people, because what if you miss it one day? What if you're like, oh man, I wasn't around. I didn't get to see the shape that they did, but I really wanted to see. I heard today's was really nice. Maybe you should take a picture of this or something. Send it out to people every day because, again, and then you gotta be creative. These women must be incredibly creative. I would be drawing the same image every day, but with slightly different colors. It'd be like one flower. Tomorrow it's a purple flower. The day after that it's a yellow flower. After that it's got some like purple and yellow. After that it's red. Then it's like red, yellow, and purple. Like it's gonna get so like people are gonna be able to predict what I'm gonna be drawing every day.
One of the most treasured pieces of Tamil literature is the Tirukkural by Tiruvulluvar, which has its origins in the Sangam period but was finalised a few centuries after. This is a masterpiece in ethics and living well. The Tirukkural is made up of 3 books of wise sayings on virtue, wealth and love, all delivered in quick 2-line poems. For example, the greatest virtue of all is non-killing. Truthfulness cometh only next. It also just stops midway and talks about how to build good forts, and I'm always down for some fort talk. Charity and kindness are also key aspects, and it emphasises non-violence and vegetarianism. Avoidance of killing and eating the meat of even one animal is more meritorious than 1,000 sacrifices.
Oh wow.
The Tirukkural is vital to Tamil culture. It pops up in songs, films and books. Every bus in Tamil Nadu is legally obligated to have a verse from the Tirukkural on it. One of the Tamil's most famous dances is Paratanateum. This dance tells a story through complicated mudras, or hand gestures, facial expressions and body posture. It also just looks incredible.
Yeah. I mean, okay, to be fair, guys, anytime you have beautiful women dancing, people are going to like it. Like, every dance is popular because every country around the world has beautiful women in it that can perform the dance. If as long as you can get beautiful women to perform a dance, it's gonna be popular and it's gonna be like, I don't know, it's probably gonna be like culturally significant. You just gotta keep making sure that beautiful women are the ones doing the dance in public. Men could do the dances on their own, whatever. You need the women to sell the dance, guys. Belly dancing wouldn't have been as popular if it was all dudes doing it.
Food. Rice is the staple of the mostly vegetarian Tamil diet. Bananas and plantains, jackfruit, coconut, lentils, tamarind and mango are also commonly used ingredients, along with a huge amount of spices. Traditionally, a Tamil meal is eaten off of a banana leaf. Some favourite Tamil foods include the light and fluffy idli, the fried and spicy vadai, the crispy dosa, and the delicious fried banana bonda. And note
Okay, that the dosa,
fried and spicy vadai, the crispy dosa,
this looks good. Like whatever this is, I would try this. I just don't like the fact that he has his hands all over it.
and the
Like-
delicious fried
No gloves.
banana bonda. And no Tamil dish is complete without a side of sambar, chutney, or in Sri Lanka, coconut sambal. Tamils also love their coffee, which they brew in this unique South Indian device. Cinema. Tamil people are passionate about cinema. Based in the Kodobakam neighbourhood in Sena, the Tamil film industry, or Kollywood, is the second largest film industry in India. Mani Ratnam's gangster epic Nayakam was included
What?
in Time magazine's 100 best movies of all time list.
What is this movie? The gangster movie? Guys, okay. I'm gonna need some comments on here. Do you think I should do a reaction to this movie? It's a gangster movie from India. I've never even considered that before for some reason. I don't know why. I'm ignorant because obviously every country in the world has gangsters. They all have criminal organizations. Why wouldn't India have them? Why wouldn't the Tamil people have their own? I think I might want to watch this movie now.
Nayakam was included in Time magazine's 100 best movies of all time list. I actually watched a movie with one of Tamil cinema's superstars, Rajinikanth, where this happens, and it was an absolutely amazing few hours.
Hold on. I actually may have seen one of these movies before. I don't think I've seen this exact movie, but I remember a guy being like a robot, and it was like a crazy story. And also there was a movie about a guy who like got murdered and turned into a fly, and then like him and some woman still fell in love. Even though he was a fly, she like recognized that it was still the same guy she loved when he was a human. And then like there was like a whole story. She made like weapons for the fly, and he went and attacked some guy. If anybody remembers the name of that movie, please tell me. I might rewatch that and add it to the channel.
Tamil cinema has even bled into Tamil politics. 3 chief ministers of the Tamil Nadu state have risen out of Tamil cinema. Tamil cinema acts as a way for Tamils to preserve their independent and original culture by producing films in the Tamil language based on Tamil ideas and culture. I wish there was something like that for YouTubers, so they could create independent and
here we
high-quality
go.
educational content for people that just love learning.
Well, guess what? There's Curiosity Stream and Nebula, guys. Did you know that on Curiosity Stream and Nebula, YouTubers like myself and like him can go and create original content, and everybody can, you're not, limited to the YouTube algorithm and the ideas that YouTube wants you to promote. They're going to be out there doing their own independent thing, and you get to join them. Don't you want to be part of this world? A lot of educational creators are on here, guys. That means documentaries. That means great little videos about little niche topics that you in your little YouTube mind wouldn't even have thought of. But Curiosity Stream has gotcha. Nebula has gotcha.
Friends
Look at
got
this.
together and made our own platform
Oh, they've got their own platform. It's incredible.
called Nebula, and we're excited
Yeah.
to be partnering with Curiosity.
Yeah, they're doing
Nebula
it.
is a place where you can watch
Yeah.
some of the best educational content.
Best educational content, guys. Who do you want to learn from? What do you want to know? Legal Eagle's on there. Thomas Flight's in there. Ali Abdallah's in there. You got George Dow and Renee Ritchie in there. Like, guys, there's so much learning going on.
Ad-free,
Your brain,
uncensored.
it's like, it's the learning. I'm learning so much. I'm guys, look at this. This is why you should subscribe. There's no pre-roll ads. Supporter
all kinds of
support creators. You are supporting creators, and you get to download the videos and watch them offline on mobile. It's like, hey, I don't have the internet right now. But when I do get internet, I'll just download this. Oh, I'm going to an area where I don't have internet. Oh, but wait, I already downloaded the video, so I can still watch it. This is how Nebula does things. You are helping to support creators. Come on.
Exclusive content.
There's no there's no skip button because there's nothing to skip. It just goes straight into the stuff that you want to see, guys.
Exclusive content up on Nebula.
Exclusive content.
Nebula, you'll be providing a budget for curators to put out
Come on.
originals that would
And your budget with Nebula helps them make the incredible YouTube videos that they do make. So really, there's no reason not to do this, guys. It's absolutely incredible. You will learn.
the logistics of D-Day. It's an incredible World War II docuseries that dives deep into
Look
a
at
topic
this.
that YouTube's algorithm.
Look at this. They even got documentaries on stuff that you like D-Day, cars,
Nebula even has original podcasts.
podcast. Look at this. Joe is in there. Answers with Joe. I love this guy. He's hilarious. Legal Eagle. I like him too. He's really great. True crime. I know you guys like that true crime stuff. Look at this. Legal Eagle is a lawyer and he does true crimes. Do it.
But what does Curiosity Stream have to do with this? Well,
What?
Curiosity Stream is the best place to find world-class documentaries online.
Yes, of course that's what they have to do with it. They help make world-class documentaries. These YouTubers are making educational content. Documentaries are one of the more they're supposed to be one of the more educational forms of filmmaking, guys. It works together. All you got to do is go to curiositystream.com/Cogito. That's COGITO to get your free.
As long as you're signed up to
Start
Curiosity
today.
Stream, you'll get Nebula. And right now, for a limited time, Curiosity Stream is offering Cogito viewers a 41% discount.
41% off. You get two things for the price of one, and it's almost half the price. Honestly, you can't afford not to do this. If you don't do this, I don't know what to tell you. You may not learn anything.
They actually
You'll never learn about the world. Sorry to tell you this, guys, but you will continue to be very uncultured, unworldly, you know. Are you traveling the world? No. Are you watching documentaries about the world? No. Then sorry, I hope you like Down the Street, guys.
have a book of the world. So if you go and fly around the world and so click the link below.
Yeah, just go to his link, guys. Get that Curiosity Stream. Get that Nebula subscription. Make sure you use in the Cogito code there. Link will be in, you can go to his channel for my link. I will tag him. I will also put the direct link to his channel in my description, guys. Make sure you get this deal if it's still going on because this video is a little bit older.
Free access. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what
Wow, guys, I actually did really enjoy that video. I actually learned a lot about the Tamil people. I did not fully realize how to pronounce their names. So if I'm saying Tamil, if I'm saying Tamil, Tamil, Tamale, that's the only one that I will apologize for is Tamale because that's clearly not the name. But for everything else, guys, culturally, you guys, that was incredible. Like first of all, knowing your own language for 2,000 years, big enough feat. English, I don't think English has been around that long. We will probably it's to the point where like British people and Americans can barely even have conversations with each other, and then like also being able to withstand so much colonization. And on top of that, civil wars caused mainly due to colonization. And then on top of that, you got people just actively just like, you know what? Let's burn all their books and culture and kill the people. Like they're still around. They're still doing their thing. Just like, geez, resilience. That's resilience. You can beat them, but you can't defeat them. You can't eliminate them. They are strong, and I respect it. Like, legit, I came out of this knowing nothing about the Tamil people. Now I'm coming out of here with like so much respect that like it sucks that I feel like I can't say their name properly. Tamil. I feel like I'm gonna say it a different way every time. But yeah, guys, that was a great video. If you like my reaction to the video, or you hate me, or you want to just comment down below of how all the negative things, make sure you subscribe, and then hit the like or dislike button on the video. Subscribing would be really cool. And honestly, if you subscribe, what can I really say if you say negative things? You're already subscribed, so go ahead and do it. I don't care. But yeah, guys. Again, if you like this, please, hit the like button, subscribe to me, comment down below, throw out another suggestion for videos I should watch. And as always, guys, thank you. I appreciate you. Bye.